Okay, so this video I wanted to make about I made a topic about this maybe like a long time ago. So I don't know if somebody may watch this video and they may not know what I'm talking about. But I made a comment on a video a while back how women specifically there's definitely a large demographic of women who specifically look out sugar daddies to the point where you can literally Google or search on YouTube, how to like literally Google how to finesse a man out of money and or look or search for it on YouTube and you will see it's just pages of it, right? It's pages like bitches like if woman was left to say exactly what she wanted to say and feel and shit like that, woman would just be prostitute. You see, this is why I say to be woman is to be prostitute. The only thing is, women across the line, they figure out that you know that many what they call high value men, they figure out that these men don't like prostitution. So women have to come up with this whole different way to dress it up, go around it to make it not look like prostitution. But that's what it is. That's what any exchange for vagina over a long term scenario is going to be. It's going to be prostitution. Period. It's how vagina works. Okay, but it just matters what the form of payment is. So for ratchet ass thought bitches like this, like her thing is just strictly money, which you'll find on a lot of YouTube clips. And a lot of women, they may not even like directly want to be prostitutes. But what happens with most women? Most women usually go broke. Why? Because women are horrible with decision making and logic. So they're going to eventually need some money from something somewhere. So they may have to, take on prostitution because it's woman's nature. Woman is not built to survive on her own in the world. Woman is built to rely on a protector. Period. All of them. Everyone. The only reason why many of them don't is like I said in older videos is because some of them realize, oh, I'm not pretty enough. I'm not good enough for sex, so I'll have to do it on my own. Shit like that. I'm not, but it's usually because I'm not pretty enough. That'll be the core reasoning behind it. Why they end up just working and they got their own flattened car, blah blah blah. But if you let every woman be completely truly fucking honest about it, every woman would agree. She can be prettier, so she can get a what they call a higher value man to protect them. Period. It is what it is. So anyway, I was watching a few videos, and this was the only one that I could find where she was at least, I could at least understand what the bitch was saying when she was talking. Because the other ones are just like completely, I mean, they're just straight rat. This bitch is ratchet too, but the other ones were just so horrible. Like I didn't even want to like force anybody who watched this to have to listen to them talk. So you have to listen to them speak because this is about the only one who that I found who could legitimately speak where you can understand what the fuck she's saying. Like she sounded like she might have went to school. She might have at least made it to middle school type shit. Well, so anyway, we'll start the video. I'm not gonna do it's like 25 minutes long. If I go over this whole video, it would just be way too long. So I'm probably gonna do like 10 minutes. I probably end up skipping through because I didn't even watch the whole video, but just the first like 10 minutes were enough for me to like go on about this shit. So here we go.
Now and I'm back. And I'm back. It's gonna be honest the whole video. So y'all just gonna have to excuse my hair. And yeah, that's just how it's gonna
And look, see the bitches this is fake lashes, fake hair, tattoos. She's already digging into her fucking phone as soon as the video starts. Ignore my hair. Well, it's not your hair. It's a horse's hair. So you see that at the bottom. Ignore my hair. Thanks. Like, well, it's a horse's fuck. First off, it's a horse's hair. It's not your hair. Well, you bought it, so I guess it's your property. Yeah. So yeah, it makes sense.
I'm gonna show you guys or tell you guys apps to use to get sugar daddies and regular guys to spend money, aka tricks. A lot of people don't like to hear the word tricks because they're not them prostitutes. But nevertheless.
Yeah, and see, you see the delusion right there? Like, okay, let's just start off first off. That's the face she makes right there when she's jacking off two guys and sucking another one's dick for a purse. Let's just start off with this right here. That is her natural position in life. And you know what? And it's really sad because this woman, well, she's biologically a woman. She's mentally a child. This child has no idea of what she truly is in real life. Because and it's clear how she didn't want to refer to it as tricks because it sounds like a prostitute. So that tells you either herself or women that she's coaching, in parentheses, that she's coaching, they don't see themselves as prostitutes. You see, did you catch that? Let's go back and watch that shit again.
Sugar daddies and regular guys that spend money, aka tricks. I don't like. A lot of people don't like to hear the word tricks because it reminds them of prostitutes.
Because it reminds them of prostitutes. Yeah, because you're not a prostitute. You see how sick this shit is. How mentally sick and deluded this shit is. Like, she doesn't even want to acknowledge that it's prostitution, even though that's what it. Well, okay. I would say. Okay, I'll give her the benefit. It's probably not exactly prostitution because she is specifically looking for the bread and butter of it. She's looking for a guy to give her protection without the exchange of actual sex. You see, that's even more gangster in it. Like I've seen a lot of guys say, look, marriage. A lot of marriages that's the height of prostitution. To get a guy to marry a woman, especially like this, that's the height of prostitution for thoughts like this.
But nevertheless, yes, regular dating apps. So, and also social media apps like Snapchat. Snapchat is like literally God's gift to earth.
Yeah. See that right there? Snapchat has got. This is what I said in older videos about Instagram, Snapchat, even Facebook. To bitches like this. That shit, I said this before, and I say this all the time to people I know in my real, people like I see every day in my real life. I say this all the time. That shit, that's exactly, she said exactly what I've been saying. That shit is a godsend to ratchet, dumb, uneducated bitches like this, right? It's a godsend because all they have to do is take a pic. All they have to do is take a picture of their ass or their legs in some tight pants because they're probably too dumb to even shave their fucking legs. And guys will just have that image in their head. Well, dumb guys will have that image in their head and live off that image. And in reality, this bitch probably smells funny. She probably don't even know how to suck dick good. You know, look. She probably don't shave her legs. She probably see that specifically with black women. That is a constant issue with black women. Black women black women and Asian men are the two ones that have the biggest problems in the realistic dating market. Because in real life, you hear me? In real life, especially black women, they have all the traits that men have. They're not natural. Most of the time, they're not naturally feminine. Okay, they have poor height. For an average black woman, in my history of it, the average black woman, for her to have decent hygiene, like to clean and to shave her legs and to shave. Just to stay clean for an average black woman from my history, and I'm a black fucking dude, and this is my history dealing with black bitches. For them to just stay clean is the equivalent of them trying to figure out calculus-based physics in 15 minutes. Like it's torturous for them. It's torturous for them. So for women like this, it is really a godsend for them. So now all they got to do is just clean up one time and take a picture in some heels, put it on Instagram and get, 10,000 likes, and then some fucking group of betas are going to come pay for all her shit. She's right. It is a godsend to women like her, especially women like her, because she knows in real life, any decent man any man who's not some con artist or something like that, any man who's like legitimately fortified, educated either formally or informally or trade, any man who is of decent value who will see her in real life, in a real life setting that is not in some club where it's loud music to drown out how dumb she actually is, or you know what I'm saying, or it's not in a dark place so you can actually see her mustache that's growing in 24/7. See, women like this, Instagram is a godsend. It's a godsend for them. She's right. I agree with her 1,000%. Because, like I said, in real life, if she's not in a strip club just jiggling her fucking ass in a dark strip club or in a regular club where everybody's half drunk anyway, and you got to see her exist in real life, she's done. This is why women like this have to go to internet shit. This is why I say in other older videos, by the time a woman has to go to online shit to get attention from men, that means she is fucked up in reality. Men have seen her consistently and walked past her in reality. This is because to be woman sells herself by simply walking in public and being woman, just sitting there and existing. That's how woman sells herself. So you mean to tell me, bitch, you done been walking in clubs, you've been walking down the street, you probably work some job or whatever, and men kept walking past you so much to the point you had to go into Bumble, Instagram, Facebook, and all this shit and post pictures up to get a sugar daddy. That means because what that tells me is you're not worth it in reality. That's just what it is.
Anytime I talk about sugar daddies or chicks, I'm making the finesse child. I decided to do this video is because I had a lot of people commenting on my sugar daddy video, and like they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to get a sugar daddy." Okay, listen, y'all. That video was when I was 22. I'm now 26, so that video was 4 years ago. The game has changed.
No, yeah, you see that the game has changed. When she was 22, now she's 26. No, the game ain't changed. The game stayed the same. You changed. You hit 26. That's what happened, and it got harder. That's what happened. Yeah, the game didn't change. You changed. That wall is approaching. You see that cheap ass Macy's makeup and that raggedy ass fucking horsehair isn't amplifying that 22-year-old body anymore. It's trying to amplify a 26-year-old body. While the 22-year-olds are starting to make more of a scene now. The game didn't change. You changed. And you know where it's getting ready to change to next? Where did all the good men go? That's what it's going to that's going to be the next step. See, with bitches like this, see, all this shit, like, as I'm getting older, I'm seeing more clearly how everything originates from somewhere, right? Because, okay, now we're not going to see this shit, because I'm sure she's not going to post, any pictures when she's like 40, right? But see, when bitches, when they be like 40 and 45, and they just be bitches for no reason, like, they just be bitter bitches for no reason. See, this is why. Because like when they start out like ratchet thoughts like this, they failed to realize that it was their biological entitlement to be desired, because simply what they were biologically born as. They were playing life on easy mode the whole time. You see, but the thing is, she can't see it because all she's seen was being born as woman, just like a fucking dog. A dog doesn't know it's a dog. A dog just is dog. You can't tell a dog to not be a dog, or there's something a dog, you could kind of train it, but for the most part, a dog is just going to be a dog, just like ratchet thought. Ratchet thought is just going to be ratchet thought. So the reality of it is, see, when bitches like this turn 40, if she's not a genetically blessed one, let's say like Diamond Jackson, that black woman Diamond Jackson. She's like she's a black woman, she's a porn star, but she was like a genetically blessed one. Most of them can't uphold it. And I can look at her and tell right now, she's not going to be able to keep her body that tight. She's not working out or anything. This girl right here on the screen, she's not going to be able to upkeep it like that. This woman has about at max, I say 10 more years left. At absolute max. That's like best case scenario. That's if she decided like next week to start eating like she has some goddamn sense and actually walk a little bit and shit like that. But I can see it in her skin right now. It's deflating right now in her arms. Like it's definitely not as plump as it used to be. And the makeup is trying to make her face look plump. But like look at her. I can see it in her arms and her tits. Like when she backs up a little bit, her skin is already deflating now. The game didn't change. You changed. Okay, maybe how you got back into maybe like Craigslist or whatever the fuck where hookers can go put on ads, that changed. But the game didn't change. You're changing. That's what it is.
Game has evolved. Like that video is literally just a story time. It kind of doesn't even have any more relevance anymore because I would never. Let me tell y'all,
it has no more relevance. Yeah, because you're not relevant to that to the age you were anymore. You're not 22. You're 26. You be 27 because this was made June 25th, 2000. So she's 27 now. Bitch, you can't walk out there. They motherfuckers can look at you and tell you ain't 22 no more. That young naive part of you is gone, and you can't see it. The game stayed the same. You changed. It's still relevant. All the same things you were doing, all the actual actions you were doing in defining a sugar daddy and all that stayed the same. Because the 22-year-olds now, I guarantee they're still walking around doing the same shit you were doing 4 years ago. And it's working great for them. And you are starting to find trouble. See, look, you can look at her tits right here. Her tits, I can see in her shoulder, like her skin is deflated. That biological entitlement to plumpness, the one the fucker is deflating. It's leaving her, and that's why it's no longer relevant. No, it's still relevant. It's just not relevant to you.
Posting sugar daddy videos and on their channel and stuff like that, and they're telling you to go to the sites like Sugar Baby for Me, Establishment, and Seeking Arrangement, all those places. They're fakes. They're not to be trusted, because this is why. Backpage.
See, look. Well, you could tell her now. She's a ratchet ass thought trying to sound like she can speak halfway decent English. But like I said. Yeah, the websites may have changed, bitch. Like, see, like you are running out of time. That's what the reality of it is. Okay, it's just like now. That would be like a motherfucker nowadays saying, "Oh my God, I got this Windows PC. I can't use a Mac." Like, no. See, yeah. See, that's showing that is showing that person's aging in that world. It like because I mean, let's be real. A Mac and Windows is not horrifically different. Okay, as long as you know the core of what you're trying to do, you can figure out a Mac versus a Windows PC or a Windows computer. Period. You see, this bitch, and it's the same thing with this bitch. It's not because the apps and where you going and shit like that, because the game stayed the same, bitch. You're finding it more harder. And let's be real, if a bitch like this was even that good at it, you wouldn't even need a site like that for real. All right, you can go just walk down the street and get that shit. But you can't. Why? Because like I said in other videos, by the time women have to go to internet, they're fucked up. They are fucked up in reality. And the reality of it is, behind that, see, this is another part that I want guys to know. See, bitches who like, okay, I say she's not a horrible looking girl. I won't say she's a horrible look. Her best years are behind her, but she's not a horrible looking girl. But see, like, okay, let's say like the bad girls in the club, right? See, women who are in these demographics, it really is a curse to be pretty for women, because it puts them in this endless spiral of misery. Because nobody will ever talk to these. No, the bitches like this do not have personalities, right? So, with that being said, they cannot bond with a man naturally. So how do they bond? How do they find any kind of way to bond with a man? They start fucking. They start looking as good as they can, and they start fucking, right? So, but the reality of it is, see, they're still sad. Even if they're fucking and they're getting that 20-minute, 30-minute, hour-long validation from getting fucked or getting chased to get fucked, see, they're still sad balls of misery. So the reality of it is, when you're in the club, right, and see, what bitches do is, the reality what ratchet bitches thoughts like this do, and all these other bitches on the right side of my screen, the reality of what they do is this. They rely on the validation from you to keep them from having to think about themselves and how they're actually fucking up. That's the reality. So when they go to the club, see, even if they reject you, like, they're still living off that validation. This is why I see in other videos, women love catcalling. They love being catcalled, because when they're catcalled, it verifies that there's still a value. You see what I'm saying? Every woman wants to be a model. Every woman. I don't care if she's fat, ugly, tall, skinny, whatever the fuck. Every woman wants that. Every woman wants to be a model. The reality of that dynamic is they're relying on validation from you to keep them about having to think about themselves in reality.
The number one site for prostitutes closed down. And that's the apps that they went to. They went to the Seeking Arrangements and the Establishment and all stuff like that. Those sites are now irrelevant. They're rotten. What else? They're spoiled. Like, you cannot use those sites anymore. They're unusable, okay? Unless you were trying to sell vagina. Do not go on those sites.
Yeah. Unless you're trying to, like I said. Okay, now I want to go into the definition of hoes. See, like, she's with that statement right there. I don't know if she personally does this or she's like trying to coach other bitches that don't know how to do it, but the reality of hoes, the definition of a hoe for a man and then a hoe for a woman in a dating market is this. The definition of a hoe for a man. Okay, the definition really is getting what you want out of them without putting much work in return back. So, for instance, a hoe for a man is a bitch who's fucking without doing anything, paying, buying nothing, anything like that, right? A bitch who's fucking with no effort. That is a hoe for a man. A hoe for a woman is a man who is putting together her bookshelf, driving her to work, moving a couch, moving her refrigerator, hooking up her computer, fixing her router without having to give him sex. Like how Patrice O'Neal said, a time hoe. To women, a hoe is getting time out of man. It's not getting sex out of man. It's getting time out of him. You are now her hoe. Now. Like if you are helping a woman move or 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 putting together her bookshelf or moving a couch, you are her hoe. And especially if she's not fucking you, you are her hoe. That's just what it is. You're her hoe. And it sounds like that's what she's trying because she's talking about if you just go in there if you want to sell pussy. And see bitches like this know. See that tactic. Her end game is going to be this. She's not trying to sell pussy. Okay, bitches is looking for sugar daddies. They're not trying to sell pussy. Their ultimate goal is to find that dumbass fool rich guy who's going to take care. Okay, pretty much. Meghan Markle. I guarantee you, Meghan Markle could go into greater detail in this bitch's life because that's what Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle was looking for a sugar daddy her whole life. She fucked a few bad boys, but she wanted to. Meghan Markle with the Prince Charles, whatever the fuck. That's exactly she was looking for a sugar daddy. That's a group perfect. Like Meghan Markle was not selling pussy. I mean, she'll sell pussy if she has to, but Meghan Markle had her own money. But Meghan Markle is looking for a sugar daddy. She's not looking to sell pussy because selling pussy is the cheapest form of doing it. And bitches like this know exactly what I'm saying. Selling pussy is like the cheapest way because you're just selling it for a one-time interaction and done. Where see bitches that are looking for sugar daddies, they're looking to string a man on and just wake up and be like, hey, send me $200. You see, but see, like if she was selling pussy, she would have to go get dressed up, dolled up. So that means she had to spend money on makeup, spend money on clothes to go over here and fuck. And and she's gonna fuck for $100, $200. But by the time she goes out shopping, that $100, $200 gonna be gone. So she has to just keep fucking for money. Whereas the bitches that are looking for sugar daddies, Meghan Markles, they're looking for a guy they can just ask for money. They don't got to keep fucking. They don't got to keep this rolling investment going of putting money into my hair and makeup to keep getting more money. It's a smart move for thoughts.
You need to use these regular dating sites to find men of higher caliber, like my favorite YouTuber Chrissy would say, and sugar daddies, and just regular guys that spend money on you. These are the best apps to go to free game. And this is game.
Like, and you know what? I'm starting to think she's a tranny because she keeps knocking her because I studied this shit, man. Like one way you could tell a woman is a man for real is or her hair is nowhere near that long. Either she's a tranny or her hair is nowhere near that long. And I'll tell you exactly how I know. And if this dumb bitch comes and watches my shit, she's gonna learn and start teaching her other dumb thought friends how how to fight this. Okay. Either she's a tranny or her hair, it's a girl and her hair is not that long, okay? Because she keeps knocking it back. She keeps getting it out of her face. That means she's not used to her hair being that long. And on top of that, if it's a cheap wig, it's probably itching her fucking skin. She's trying not to scratch. That's why she keeps doing these video cuts because she's got to scratch because that horsehair gets itchy against her skin. Either this is a tranny or it's a woman and she has a fucking close crop haircut.
Game that nobody has ever told you guys before on YouTube. Trust me, I've watched all these sugar daddy videos, and they're not even giving y'all any sauce or any game or anything reliable that you can use in real life. I am about to give y'all all the sauce. So if you want the sauce and you're not gonna run off with it all, stay tuned, please. Oh, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell below, and also share my channel. You feel me? Because I'm hopping. Okay, I'm probably gonna be annoying in this whole video. So
you see, she keeps playing with her hair. She keeps playing with it. That I'm saying, like, either this bitch has no hair at all, or this is a man. The one of the two.
If frizzy hair, frizzy wigs more annoy you.
See, All of this is tranny shit. Everything she's doing is tranny shit right now.
Then I will watch the rest of this video. That's all I gotta say. All right, let's start. Let's get this popping, cause I know y'all want y'all money. I know y'all want y'all bread. So first off, let's start with the apps to use. The apps that you are going to use. Number one, let me see, what's my favorite one? I would say Bumble. Bumble's my favorite one. Do not go on Bumble ratcheting it up or whatever. I'm going. First off, number one is Bumble. Bumble is a dating app, and primarily I feel like it's used by white people. Like, primarily white people are on there. But yeah, it just tends to be like a better crowd. You know, it's a better crowd than POF, a better crowd than Tinder. Like, they're pretty high caliber. Like, the
Bumble's high caliber. I like that.
The guys that are on there, the black guys that are on there, like, they have money, y'all. So definitely, I would say Bumble is the first site that I would.
See, I mean, like I said, like, I'm gonna let it go because I got these check ads plans. I'm gonna go ahead and mute it. It's gonna be a check ad that's gonna come on. But yeah, see, like, at least when they know okay, do you think Meghan Markle does online dating? Oh, it's an English ad. I'm actually shocked. Usually it's in Czech. Do you think Meghan Markle has to do online dating? Do you think a sexy, like a legit sexy bitch in real life, or a good looking girl who is legitimately of decent caliber has to learn all these rules in it? No. Who has to? It's just the process of evolution. Who has to dive down into this now as woman? The fucked up bitches.
They actually have like little macros that they provide for you if you want to use those or whatever, and they're kind of corny. So I do have certain lines that I would hit dudes up, especially if I'm looking for a sugar daddy. I even have in my bio on Bumble, like, I'm looking for a sugar daddy.
And that's why she's still on Bumble. Because of her profile. And then what did I say all the time? Women should never take advice from other women. Because their brains are not made to deduce logic properly. Like, that's why she's still on Bumble. Because she has that shit in her fucking profile.
He said, I'm looking for a generous, older gentleman who, you know, can spoil me and basically treat me like the queen that I am. That's Bumble. Now, and the second app is Hinge. Hinge is similar to Bumble, but I think that Hinge is.
See, look, she keeps playing with her fucking hair, man. Like that is not her fucking hair.
I don't know, like, people on Hinge are more like active, and it's like a little quirky, like, environment.
Look, she keeps playing with her fucking hair. I gotta keep pointing this shit out, man. Like, she's wearing a fucking wig.
And you definitely want to put like a headliners, because they have like little headliners that you can put on your pictures. You definitely want to put something that is stand out, like, and that will make these guys message you. And one of my phobias is oranges. I know. I am scared of oranges, like the fruit. I'm scared of it. So I put that on my Hinge, and I mean, all these guys is hitting me up like, you know, why are you afraid of oranges? Just stuff like that, like stuff it's really my phobia, but it's funny. It's fucking hilarious. And those dudes, especially white dudes, eat stuff up like that, like, period. So I definitely would say, like, you know, do stuff like that. On Hinge, it's more like social media, so they're going to be able to like and comment on your pictures. I didn't want to really get into this on this video, but, like, ladies, y'all have to post better quality pictures. I'm gonna put pictures that I think need to be posted. I'm gonna put them, like, I'm gonna get some pictures from Pinterest, how I feel like you should be sending.
See, yeah, see, okay, because I'm definitely not gonna play this whole video because she's just a dumb bitch who's rambling. But the reason why she's stuck on Hinge and Bumble and this shit, like I said earlier, in real life, as soon as you hear her speak, the way she speaks does not correlate with her physical appearance, how she can even make herself. When she posted this picture, she looked like well, she looks like a stuck up snobby bitch in this picture, but she might have some intelligence. You would think there might be some actual intelligence underneath it. I mean, it looks fucking retarded. The pic, like she looks like she's getting ready to start complaining about something in that picture on the left right there. Like she looks like it, but I would think, okay, maybe there might be some intelligence if I just seen that picture. And like I said, this ratchet thoughts problem in the dating market, which is why she's still on Hinge, why she's still on Tinder, if she can't get a man in real life, is because if she walks up looking like that, and in the second she opens her mouth, and it's not to put a fucking dick in it, and she starts verbalizing words, oh, like you'll know this bitch is a piece of fucking shit ratchet thought. See, she can see online dating and Instagram and shit like that. She was right. It's a godsend for ratchet thoughts like her because they can hide behind text. They can learn how to appear more intelligent through writing instead of actually speaking. Because the bitches like this, once you get with them in real life, they can't keep the act up for too long. They can try to speak like they have some common sense and like they're intelligent and caring, understanding. Give it 15 minutes, and she can't keep the act up. That's why she's on a revolving door of Bumble, Tinder, Hinge, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever the fuck, Facebook, everything. That's why she knows all the dating apps. Because as soon as she gets in real life with a decent man, what I'm going to do is listen to this bitch talk for less than 5 seconds and know exactly what she is. She's a fucking act. Okay, so I'm gonna pretty much stop her video right here. I'm gonna put a link into the fucking video because I got somebody was saying I should put a link in it. But yeah, see, women like this, you're gonna see the reality of all of this shit when she starts hitting 40, 35, 40. Whenever her skin fully deflates, because it's deflating now. It just hasn't completely. It's not completely gone yet. Tattoos. She won't be able to afford those nails and makeup anymore because the sugar daddy market will have completely dried up for somebody of her caliber. Not just because she's black either, it's because it's just the whole package. The reality of it is, when women like this start hitting 40, 35, 40, 45, and see the reason why they're like they're always bitches and like they're always mad at something and they can't get along with anybody. They usually end up on some Reddit page how they're single and they can't make any friends and all this shit. It's because these women never had to learn themselves, ever. Because they could just run away to get some attention from someone else. Like I said earlier, they could run away to a club or some Instagram page or something like that, get validation in 10 minutes, and then, and that validation can mask the fact that she has no idea who she really is. So over the years, these years of being frustrated and not knowing why, but I still get validation, these years of being able to get attention and get fucked but never get called back, the years of having some guy spend money on her, but the guy can never really see who she really is as a human, the parts that she's trying to hide from herself to keep up with other dingbat ratchet thoughts, it catches up to them. It catches up. It drives them mad. This is why women end up on Prozac, Zoloft, Ambiens, the 15 different medications. Anything a woman can do to run away from having to think is what she'll do. And especially, and like I said, it's even worse when they're in some way conventionally pretty or beautiful or have a fat ass or something. Like, it's like the more desirable they are on a physical level, the worse it gets later on for them. The worse it gets. This one, by the time she's 40, she's going to be throwing random outbursts, fits in car dealerships and to customer service people, representatives, and this is how it's created. This is exactly how it's created. When she's 40, 45, the rest of her life is going to be in complete misery because she never had to learn who or what she really was. Now, some women, they may go to the next extreme. They may go to when they do hit the physical wall, so she'll never be what she was when she was 20 again. They'll go and seek out like a special demographic. Like, okay, one special demographic I can go into, because I've watched women do this. When they hit the wall, for whatever reason, they'll start seeking out churches. And not only that, they'll start seeking out specifically the powerful men in the church. Not people who just go to the church. Like, they may fuck with a dude who just goes to the church, but word gets around that, well, he was ex-military and blah, 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 da, 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 then he might stand a chance to be on the radar. But for the most part, she's going to go to churches, and then she's gonna have her eyes set on the men who are of power within the church, the pastors, the deacons, the fucking whatever the fuck. Her eyes are going to be set for that, and then she'll give them the Slurpee Dirt 9000 to get them hooked because her options are running out, and that'll be her new crowd. Now the women who are lower, then they'll may set the bar a little lower, or depending on how she grew up, she'll start seeking out men who work in factories. Pretty much all the men she would not have entertained for very long when she was 22. That's where she's going to go now. But there's certain areas that they'll do it. Or like men who work like a nice comfy little desk job, like in accounting or something. Now she'll go over there and give them the Slurpee Dirt 9000 to get whatever money she can. Because by this point, by the time they hit 40, they usually can't even survive on their own at this point. Like so now they at least need a place to live. So they'll give these men Slurpee Dirt 9000s. You see what I'm saying? So now she at least can have a place to live. And then then the next step, what they'll do is, while they're with these powerful men relative in their world, she's going to keep her feelers out for the next higher group within that man's group. You see? This is how these bitches operate. So I wanted to make this video to at least shed some light on it. And I advise any man, if any man's even watching it this late in the video, Google, how to finesse a man out of money. How to get money out of a man, and you're going to be shocked at it, and you're going to look at online dating and all that shit completely differently. Now you're just going to look at women completely differently. How you see it, like I said, I learned it from running around brothels in Europe and existing, and like I said, I would end up having the girls wanting to hang out. The girls would end up like legit liking me. I grew to the point where I can just kick a bitch out and not give a fuck about her and have her crazy over me now. I told a friend of mine. When it gets bad with a hooker is when she starts giving you free shit. That's when that's officially when you've conquered bitches. If you can get with a prostitute and maybe see her a couple times, and then she starts to give you free shit to come around. She wants to come hang out with you. She wants to just come over and just watch a movie. She wants to give you food. She wants to give you clothes. See, that's when, and I remember when I hit that level. I remember because this is a quick ramble. There's one bitch in a brothel. She was cool, but it got to the point where and it'll happen with many of them if you know how to work with them. But it got to a point where in this specific brothel, there are a lot of them are very nice places, contrary to what you may immediately think. Because I thought they'd be just shitholes, but they're actually very nice places. And the women usually spend the night there. They sleep there because they got to fuck, make money, sleep. And they have refrigerators in there, and I'm thinking of this one particularly. She would show me how guys would buy her jewelry, and her fridge would just be filled to the brim with food from men. They would come in there and bring in food for them, and she would ask me if I wanted a ring she had on. She asked if I wanted it. She would ask me if I wanted to eat. I was like, no, bitch. And I'll be honest with you. I said no. I just want to fuck you and leave. I'm making out in the best. Even if I pay you up front, it's still a better deal to just walk in, fuck you, and leave than to have to deal with you after fucking. You see, and that's what bitches like this. See, bitches like this in this video, it's fine for her now because she's 26. She's hitting the wall, but she's still in that mode where she thinks it's going to last forever. But I think. And every woman, the hamster wheel starts to spin at different times in their lives. Like with the last bitch I did with Brie Olson and the other bitch, the escort video. See, theirs started turning a little earlier because they were flat out tricking. They were see, those bitches were out of this bitch's league. Like Brie Olson and the other escort bitch. See, this bitch is tiers beneath them. Those other bitches, they made it much further. So those hamster wheels started spinning much quicker. This thought probably lives in some random suburb with her parents. It's probably her parents' house. She hasn't been exposed to a whole lot in actual reality. You see what I'm saying? So her hamster wheel, it's gonna take her longer for her hamster wheel to start spinning. Brie Olson's hamster wheel started spinning around 26, 27 years of age. The other bitches' hamster wheel started spinning probably around 24, 25. See, because they had much more experience. This bitch has no real experience with shit. So her hamster wheel, it's just not going to start spinning probably till she's about 34, 35. It's not going to start until she starts putting it together. Like, oh, but you, like, she's going to start doing the math. You know, when she's 34, 35, she's going to start thinking her man is going out cheating on her with what she used to be at 20. That's when it's all going to start making sense. And now the world's going to be this evil place that's horrible, and you know, it's just terrible, and I hate all men now. And see, that's when all that starts. I hate all men. The world's evil. Why do I want to bring kids to this place? Why you will never, you're going to put a baby in me and leave. Because she remembers when she was 20 and she had a 35-year-old man with a 32-year-old wife and 2 kids. He would leave her to come over and fuck with her. See, it all comes back. All of that, all the fucked up shit that bitches did to men, it starts to compound over the years, and once it clicks, it just ends up a sad Twilight Zone episode for all women. It does. So I'm out, man. I'm rambling. 40 minutes. I went into 5 minutes on this video. So yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll put a link in. But I mean, I don't have to put the link in. You could just like look up the title right here and see it. Because the reason why I didn't want to put links into this shit is because I don't want men to focus on any one woman. I think that's the core of where a lot of guys fuck up. At any point in your life, never focus too hard on one woman. Ever. Ever. Never do that. That is the worst, and that's what men are pretty much raised to believe as kids. Men are raised to believe it's like the polar opposite of what actually works in real life, and that's why I didn't want to put links, and I'm not going to put a link in it because I think if I put her link in it, that would infer to pay her more attention than she's actually fucking worth. She's like, hoes ain't worth that. She's not worth that amount of attention from you to even click on her to give her one more view than I just gave her. For the benefit of educating other men out there. So no, I'm not putting a link in it. I'm not gonna do it because see, in woman's mind, she would win if I did that, and I'm not doing that. So, but to men, it will be a win for you to not pay her that much attention. Just take just take the cliff notes of what the dumb bitch is talking about, and then move on, and then apply what you learn from her to another bitch, and then apply what you learn from this to another one, and that's how you learn women. Like, don't pay attention to what they say, pay attention to their actions, and don't dig too deep in it. Just see the outcome of the action, because she'll say anything to validate her actions, but watch her fucking actions, man. So that's it. I'm not putting a link in because I don't want you to pay her too much attention. Just take her as a thought and move on.